Hey guys, PC Outcast here, back with more Find Love and or Die Trying, and I would like to start off this episode by apologizing. I apparently have some sort of allergy going on. Something has got me that's pollinating out there, and I am like coughing, sputtering, runny nose, all that kind of thing. So, don't know how great my voice is going to be for this, and I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do any voices. So, we will see. We will see. Yes. I've become a Sean Connery. Apparently I can at least do that voice. Anyway, Kat was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff instead. A thank you for all your hard work party. As soon as she told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything and helped prepare for it. While the staff prepared the party grounds during the day, each of us were hard at work making sure other parts of it went well. Violet cooked mountains of food as if her life depended on it. In truth, it did. Yui was playing games with the staff outside. Didn't take long for her to become a fast favorite with them. For them. I'm pretty sure half the staff were playing the games just so they could get her to notice them, and she knew it. I have to admit, I'm really impressed by Yui. Her plan is really coming together. Tara and Scarlet joined forces to make sure all the staff joined the festivities. Tara used Kat's producer room to find any stragglers who hadn't joined the festivities. As Tara found them one by one, Scarlet turned on the charm and made sure they came with her to the party. Then when it was time for Scarlet to switch to her other mission, Allie took over. I'm told she employed more force than charm. Meanwhile, I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to make sure every part of our plan was going smoothly. And for once it did. A few hours later, we had every staff member on the island partying their lights out. Everybody's here? You bet. You should have seen the ones that tried to run. I made sure everyone who came stayed, too. Perfect. Everybody's eaten? As they should have. It is fine food. Looks like it's all going according to plan. I'm just going to go ahead and get to the fun part. Scarlet pulled out a remote from her pocket and pressed a button on it. A few seconds later, fireworks were shooting into the night sky above the party grounds. The cheers of the staff were like thunder. And with that, the plan is going as smoothly as can be. Great job, team! Rio, you won, Yui. Right back at you, Ellie. We cheered as firework after firework lit up the night sky. Whoa, are fireworks supposed to be this bright? Come to think of it, these fireworks are practically blinding. I have to say I did a pretty good job with these fireworks. Though there might be some side effects to watching them for so close. What that said? Let's worry about that later. Fireworks were the signal to those trying to escape that there was nothing left to do except wait. It's going to be a long night. I know what we said before, but it'd be such a shame to spend tonight just worrying over what may happen tomorrow. We might live, we might die, same as any other day. How about instead we just dance the night away? You know what? That sounds great. That sounds lovely. Let's do it. Come on, let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Yuck. Don't be like that, Tara. It'd be good for us to blow off some steam. Dancing sounds like exercise, and exercise, bleh. Allie picked up Tara over her shoulder. And away we go! Come on, come on. Scarlet grabbed my hand and pulled me with her to where people were dancing. The others followed close behind. They sure are carefree, huh? Some things never change. Maybe we'll get out of here tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, though. I like to think that one day we'll look back and remember this day. The most fun night I've ever had, out of the nights that I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow. And now we'll find out if there is a tomorrow for us. We waited in the darkness for hours, waiting for the boat to come. Plan was simple, yet had no room for error. First, we need to make sure the boat really is coming. It's later than usual. You think they're onto us? No, it'll just be a little longer. It's cold. No point worrying at this point. If they're onto us now, we're already dead. All we can do is wait. And play games? We waited for an hour more, then another, then another. We were losing hope. I guess we're... It's here! Cat pointed towards the ocean. We all looked in unison. Just as she said, the boat was coming. It looked huge despite how far it was. Must be massive from up close. Alright, it's only going to be a few minutes before it reaches the shore. Let's book it back to the mansion. Second, we need to get back to the mansion before the boat reaches the shore. From what Kat told us, the staff will physically inspect the mansion to make sure we're there. Can't rely on overriding the feeds. If we're not there, they'll sound the alarm and our chance of escaping will go from slim to nil. According to Kat, it's how I got caught last time. We made it back to the mansion and rushed to our respective rooms. I turned off the light, then jumped onto the bed and pretended to be asleep. A few moments later, I heard the sound of somebody opening a door. Must be them. There was a mechanical rhythm to it. Footsteps, a door would open, more footsteps, a short pause, footsteps again, a door would close, repeat. Over and over, closer and closer till it got to my room. I tried my best to make my breathing sound natural. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Footsteps. A second later, my door opens. I can tell there's probably about 5 people. Breathe in. They're walking closer to me. Breathe out. I can tell 2 of them are in front of me. They're muttering something under their breath. You have to pity her. Come on. She could do better. Rude. Breathe in. Hey, something's wrong. Feels like my heart stopped. Breathe out. They're moving closer to me, step by step. What's that? Breathe in. I think. Takes everything I have not to move when every nerve in my body screams to run. This is it. They're onto me. I can't help but ball up the fist of my hand. Never mind, we're done for the night. Let's head out. Sounds good to me. Heard them walk further away from me than outside the room. Finally, they closed the door. I breathed out like never before. On to the next part of the plan. Weird. We regrouped downstairs. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Like taking candy from a baby. Wait, where's Tara? I'll go check on her. As if on cue, Tara came running down the stairs. I'm good, don't worry about it. And I definitely didn't fall asleep just now. Hehe. I didn't buy it, the rest of us didn't either. Alright, back to the problem at hand. We may have avoided detection for now, but now there's going to be upwards of 100 guards on patrol between here and the boat. There's little to no chance we can all make it there without being seen, but it's a chance we'll have to take. Actually, we have just the thing for that. Courtesy of Scarlet and I. What's that? Well, we went through all the trouble of preparing such a big party for all the staff. It would be a shame if we didn't give them a little extra chew on, no? You didn't. Of course she did. It was like an absurd scene from an art house movie gone mad. Uh-oh. Brains! Bananas! Brains and bananas! Grr, gar! Grr, gar, brains! Accounting should have... Grr. Hundreds of zombies littered the field. You know, I can't believe we ever let you make that shit, Scarlet. Or anything for that matter. You better be glad that you did. Now that I think about it, couldn't we just have put a sleeping agent or something like that in? Where's the fun in that? Well, we still have to go past them to get to the boat, right? Don't worry about it. We've got a fair share of experience in taking down zombies. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. Don't worry about it. Let's be on our way. We managed to sneak out of the mansion without much of a fuss. As soon as we got into the forest, it was smooth sailing. There were just a few zombies in there. To be honest, how much Scarlet enjoyed herself taking them down was more concerning. I'll worry about that when we get off the island. For now, I'll focus on getting out of here. A few moments later, we made it to the beach. The boat was clear in sight. Wow, it's huge. Let's not waste any time. We rushed onto the ship and ran straight for the captain's deck. You guys wait here. It's practically guaranteed that the engine's been tampered with and I need to fix it. I know my father, he'll do it just the way it was last time. You know what, Vladimir? Come with me just in case. Maybe that's where the crew members are. Lead the way. It was pitch black inside. Cat had to shine a light to see anything. Strange. Where are they? Well, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Found it. Talk it up to my dad, outsourcing everything into the grunts. This is child's play to me now. Cat got to work fixing the engine. Watch my back. We still don't know if we're in the clear, and this is going to take a minute. Got it. I turned around and kept a lookout. It was almost impossible to see anything, though. Since when were you a mechanic? Honestly, since my first failed escape. I had to teach myself. There isn't exactly a trade school on this island. If I hadn't, I'd never be able to help anybody escape this island. I'm sorry I didn't trust you before, Cat. I get it now. Why you did what you had to do. Keep talking like that and you'll raise a death flag for the both of us. Jeez. We can talk more later if you'd like. In the meantime, this boat is fixed. Nice. Let's tell the others and get the hell out of here. We ran back to the others and told them the good news. Same time Cat revved up the engine of the boat, we were good to go. We literally jumped for joy as the boat started to move. Gosh, I can't believe it. We're really doing this. We're finally getting out of here. It is hard to believe, but it's true. We did it. Now, you don't have to thank me all at once. We really did it. Thank you, Cat. You really saved us. You did. We wouldn't be able to get to this point if it weren't for you. There's no need to thank me. I actually should apologize that I didn't do any of this sooner. And the intercom rang out. Cat turned white as a sheet when we heard a voice that was all too familiar. Oh, damn it. Damien. Ding, ding, ding. I've forgotten how to do southern voice. Yeah, I've completely forgotten the voice. I guess you learned at least something in school, Cat. Not enough, clearly, but hey, it's something. That's got to win a participation ribbon somewhere. You knew what I was planning. Of course I did, dearie. I made you. I know exactly how you think. And I have to thank you. Your mother would be proud at the show you've given us these last 2 years. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to tell you? Well, you were busy filming Vladimir Vladimirovich and those other bitches. My team here was filming your brave attempts to save these idiots. Gives the audience a little more reason for why they should stay in line, you know? After all, if I'd do this to my own daughter, imagine what I would do to someone who wasn't. You're a monster. Flattery will get you nowhere, Kit Kat. Well, it doesn't matter now. Do whatever the hell you want. We're getting out of here. We fixed the boat, and there's nothing you can do to stop us now. We're getting out of here. Think garbage like that is just playing with fire, love. The earth started to shake, even though we were on the boat. I could tell the island was rumbling. In the distance, a metal barrier slowly rose out of the ocean all around the island. It climbed higher and higher till it cast a shadow over the boat. Higher and higher till the only daylight we could see was the moon? Isn't it nighttime? Anyway, apparently we can see daylight above us. We were trapped. How about we play a little game, rats? Sorry, a game, little rats. I am really dyslexic. Damien spoke down to us from some kind of holographic screen on the walls. He gestured to some kind of machine behind him in what looked like a strange kind of stadium. I've got myself a little switch here that controls the barrier. One push of this and you'll be free to go. It'd be easy for you to waltz on in and flip it. You've gotten rid of all our security. But this switch is only going to work if you have two people's handprints with producer level clearance. Sure, you've got Cat, but you'll never be able to get mine. He pulled out the same gun I'd been shot with before. But don't let that stop you from trying. The hologram disappeared with a click, leaving us in an uneasy silence. Our hands are tied. We've got no choice. We've no choice but to go back. Hello? He's got a gun. He'd take us all down before we even had a chance to grab him. We've got no choice, though. We wait here. It's only a matter of time before they can send people after us. I guess we have to head back to the beach. Let's turn this around. We got an ass to kick. No, that's exactly what Damien wants you to do. The turning around part or the ass kicking? I'll leave that to your imagination. Damien has a script that he wants to see play out. People try to revolt, fail, and get killed. I guarantee you, if we do just that, he has a plan for it. He'll find some kind of way to turn us against each other, and then none of us will be making it out of here alive. Even so, we can't just stay here and wait until we're out of time. Vladimirovich, I will go to flip the switch. Besides, we're the only two people here who can do anything about it. Huh? What do you mean by that? I thought that only you and Damien. I'll explain on the way. There's no time, Vladimir. You ready to run? I won't allow it. There's no way we're letting Vladimir go back there without us. You said it, sister. I am not letting you all lose your one chance of getting out of here. Scarlet, please. You know exactly what Damien is capable of. I don't like this, Cat. I know. Let them go. Believe me, I hate this. I hate this to my core, but Cat's right. Cat didn't waste a moment. She reached for my hand. Before I knew what I was doing, we ran off the boat together and back to the mansion as fast as we could. I was running on pure instinct, like my body had done this before, countless times. I looked back to the boat just once, but couldn't help but linger for a moment. I could tell from their faces that they wanted to be running with me, not waiting for us to come back. I'm gonna make Damien pay for making them suffer like this. We went back to running. I followed Cat's lead. It's earlier than I planned, but there's no time like the present for exposition about your past. It would be good to know why I'm running with you. Would it happen to be resistant to bullets? Would I happen to be? Well, we'll find out if you are together. Though if you look at your history, I would say no. Hey, I survived the time you shot me. I'm pretty resistant. Touché. Before you came onto this show, you were a producer just like me. We used to work together. We were partners. In love. In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and working on this island was the only life I'd ever known. Sounds awful, but I didn't have a problem with running these shows. There was nothing different to compare it with. But then I met you. I got no idea what would bring someone like you to this island, but you started yawning in the middle of a sentence. Meeting you changed me. You smiled like I'd never seen before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You made me hope that I could be a part of that world one day. And you helped me realize that we needed to shut this place down, and we wanted there to be a world out there at all. For years, we worked together to free as many people as we could from these death trap shows. We'd ship them away to safety, fake their deaths, everything. And we did just that for a time. Then Damien started to suspect something was up. Each day he got closer and closer to figuring it out, until I knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late by then. Damien caught us. You mean you betrayed me? I can't remember much, but I remember you and we were together. And then you sold me out, right when we were trying to escape. Why? Like I said before, I didn't have a choice, and I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, and I don't expect you would. But we need each other's help to get off this island now. I feel like this is never going to happen. Since both of us are technically still producers, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't even have to take Damien down, though I bet he'd let us use it that... I doubt he would let us use it that easily. Can you trust me enough for that? Honestly, I don't know. Part of me wants to trust Kat. The same part that unconsciously remembers that I did for years and years. But how can I forget the betrayal, even if she had her reasons? Sure. Why not? What do I got to lose? I'm going to die anyway. I'll keep an eye on her. When we got back to the mansion, Kat made a beeline for the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our steps on the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. You're about to see the real reason why the show is on this island. Kat took out her master key and slid it into a hidden socket in the wall behind one of the tanks. Click. Don't say I didn't warn you. Same wall split into 2 doors, slowly revealing another hidden staircase. You think you guys could get an elevator instead? I said the same thing. As soon as I took one step down the staircase, I could tell something was different. Something was telling me that I shouldn't go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I've got nothing to lose. With each step down, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. Then, light. Blinding light. And... applause? Welcome, welcome, you finally made it. Damien's face was plastered over countless screens in a stadium that could fill tens of thousands of people. In front of a maze? Countless cameras littered the seats, all focused on center stage, a battleground sprawling with maze-like walls of all shapes and sizes and littered with guns. Thanks to the walls, we couldn't see Damien directly, but we knew he was here from the screens. We wouldn't have a show with you, idiots, so I'm glad you actually came back. Aw, man, you couldn't even bring back the others? You're no fun. You just really gotta make me work, huh? Anyway, congrats on making this far, etc., etc. I gotta say, I'm proud of you for making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed that you remembered your old haunt just from a few seconds of video. No thanks to you, you dirtbag. Any way to thank someone who gives you room and board? You gave Vladimir Vladimirovich a way nicer room than I ever got. Blame your mom for that one, kid. Anyway, how about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here? The switch we're looking for is somewhere here. Problem is, so's Damien, and he's got a gun and more ammunition than he needs to kill both of us. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something we can use to level the playing field. It's all we can do, but the odds aren't in our favor. Most of the weapons laying around are useless. They were meant to make people lose hope that they could fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. Well, yes and no. There's no hope to lose if they knew all of them were fake. That's Damien's MO. He'll give the people trapped on his shows just enough hope for escape, and he'll use that to trap you. Real guns among the fakes, boats and planes when you're trapped on an island. If we're going to make it through this, you can't fall for his game, understand? Loud and clear. Then let's go, there's no time to waste. We ran from wall to wall, taking cover between each time. When we had the chance, we'd pick up what looked like a gun and see if it was real. We only had seconds to check for each one. Damien was hot on our trail. A gunshot rang out, blowing a hole through the wall Kat and I were hiding behind. What's the matter? You're like 2 rats in a lab. He fired again. Shrapnel from the wall scraped my arm. Fuck! It was like my arm had been lit on fire. Vladimir, are you okay? I'll live. Don't worry. We need to find a weapon. And we need to find the switch. We ran behind another wall, narrowly dodging another shot from Damien. Dawned on me that he wasn't even trying to hit us. He was trying to make us scared. And it was working, but why? He's reloading, come on. We dashed out from behind the wall and ran past Damien, looking desperately for the switch and for any weapons we could find. I managed to pick up 2 pistols. Cat did the same. Damn, looks like they're fake too. How's your ears looking? Took a look at the first one. On further inspection, it was clear it was no more than a plastic toy. But the second one, Cat realized it the same second I did. It was real, with a single bullet loaded. All right, that's good. Let's go. Another 2 shots rang out, blowing a hole in the wall just next to where my head was a second ago. Ah! I'm not going to swear. How come he gets that hand cannon? That damn hand cannon. Yeah. The budget's got to go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we've got the gun. Probably the only real one in the stadium. We need to find the switch now. Even with the gun, we are no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium opposite the entrance until we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it was. The switch! You'd think they would have hit it better. Damien's laughter echoed through the arena as he reappeared on the screens above the arena. Congrats, you found the switch! It's a damn shame I forgot to mention something about this switch here. Won't do jack, even if you both have access, as long as I've got a heartbeat. And I plan on sticking around. But I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm a pretty decent guy for what I'm about to do. Cat looked like she had just seen a ghost. Cat, Vladimir Vladimirovich, I've got an offer you can't refuse, but only one if you can claim it. If either of you kills the other one, I'll let the one left standing go. We'll forget this ever happened and call it a wrap on Find Love or Die Trying. I'll even let the survivor leave the island. I can even guarantee I'm telling the truth because this is airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I tell them the truth, because they know I keep my word. They wouldn't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know? Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considering that if no one takes that offer, I'll just kill both of you. I'm giving you 5 minutes to decide, then I'm coming for you. Screens shut off. Cat and I looked at each other, a mix of horror and fear on her face, and there was no doubt that mine mirrored hers. Vladimir, I can't imagine what's racing through your head right now. You probably think I'm going to betray you again, right? And you would be right. I was at a loss for words. You don't have to say anything. Look, I can't blame you for doubting me. And honestly, if you just shot me right now, I'd be okay with it. Because then you'd be free to go. I know Damien will keep his word. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want me to be able to escape from here too, then I need to ask you something that I know sounds insane. What's that? I need you to give me the gun. The only real one we've got. Huh? Look, I'm not stupid enough to know how that sounds. Simple reality is, I've known you for so long now, and one thing I know about you is you're stupid. That you're a terrible shot. Me, I'm as good as you can get on this island. I think I'm our best bet at taking him down. But I understand completely if you're not willing to trust me. If you think I'm lying, I get it. And if you don't trust me, closed her eyes and pressed her finger against her forehead, then please just make it quick. The gun in my hands had never felt so heavy. On one hand, a guarantee that I can make it out of here alive. On the other, trusting Cat. I can trust Cat. Can I trust Cat after all she's done to me? Can I really believe her words when the memories that can prove or deny them are lost to me? I got no time. I have to choose. Oh, whatever. Something makes much difference. I trust you, Cat. I held out the gun to her. You do? After everything I've done? After everything you've done, yes, I still trust you.
I know you've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it, but I know there's good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. And just make it quick. Just straight to my heart, please. Yes. Thank you, Vladimir. Just took the gun from my hands. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'll be around for long enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. We decided to seek Damien out and try to get the drop on him rather than waiting for him at the switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was. If she was, she hit it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around, and repeated. How much time had passed? Feels like we've been looking for him for hours with the pressure. Oh, I know it can't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. Trained her gun wherever she looked, her trigger finger ready to shoot our only bullet at any time. Left, right. I glanced around and looked to her and back again. Her hands were shaking. Look left, look right. We've only one shot to make or break it. Back to Kat. She's checking a corner ahead for us. Looks left, she looks right. Takes everything I have to stay focused. I don't think about dying. Not even the possibility. She turns to look back at me. Oh no! Damien's walking closer and closer from behind her with his gun resting on his shoulder. He's not even trying. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts the gun off from its resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something's making me run, something I've forgotten, something I'm just starting to remember. I'm a Marine. I don't know. It's the two of us at the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. And our only saving grace, our ship wouldn't start. That's it then. Never heard Kat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up just yet. Nothing we can do, Vladimir Vladimirovich. The engine's broken and the guards will be here any minute. You've got at least some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the precious few firearms we had and split them between us. Two of us and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention your terrible shot. You're right. Taking them head-on would be suicide. But that's not what you'll be doing. Me? I'm just some nobody. But you're the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. Huh? He was horrified. I'd be too if I were in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this, Vladimir. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either, but us both dying here are really worthless. But if you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here, a second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You'll have to find that out yourself. You're almost here, come on, we're running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like she was going to drop her gun any minute, any second. I hate you for this, you know. I know, I'm sorry. Slowly raised her arms and trained the gun's sights directly at me. And now, we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I'd do without my supernaturally good looks. She laughed through the tears. I would have still loved you even without them. Right back at you, Kat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you, Vladimir. I love you too. Sorry, but it's gonna be the face. Let me just take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound one last time. Boom. I could hear the guards coming now. We've only seconds left. On the bright side, I won't only owe you $10. Our bet? He laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I can see the guards now. My time's up. What makes you say you did it? Huh? Huh? I'm alive? Everything hurt so bad. I almost wish I wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. I coughed up blood as my vision flashed in and out rapidly, too fast to tell if I had been fatally shot. It was all I could do to try to stay conscious. As you said, Father, anyone who breaks our law must be punished. I could just barely make out her voice, but it brought comfort to me. You really do take after me. Ah, there I finally got it, folks. You've made your old man very, very proud. Oh, you will look at that. Will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left. You know, Vladimir Vladimirovich, you're in luck. See, the whole escaping thing, I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you. No severance. I tried to make a witty comment back, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was coughed up blood. But you're in luck. A new opportunity's just opened up, and I think... He kicked me in the stomach, then rolled me over with his foot. You'd be the perfect fit. He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think I'm going soft on you, but not by not killing you outright. He looked down at me, then back at her. But mark my words, you'll both wish I had. Do whatever you want. I don't care about Vladimir Vladimirovich anymore. He laughed maniacally. I never did like Vladimir much anyway. My vision's fading. His words turned to vapor as I could feel myself crumble into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. She was holding the river back with everything she had. Who are you going to fool with a poker face like that? Pat. I love you. Always have, always will. I'm so sorry for what I've forced you to do. Even more so, I'm so sorry that you'll be alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flash back to reality. I've almost reached Kat. I pushed myself to run faster than I've ever run in my life. Kat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien points his gun at his daughter. He's preparing to take the shot. Kat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damien's finger pulls back on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing away my life for Kat? These memories, they're mine, yet not at the same time? Who can say if I'm the same person as before who loved her so much? Who can say if these memories form a completely different me compared to what I am now? No time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Kat and throw myself in front of her because I love her. A gunshot rings out, like my body is struck by lightning and set aflame. Fires again and again. Undescribable pain ripples through my body as shot after shot rips through me. Not like the movies where someone can stand after being shot over and over. Firing stops and my vision starts to fade. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle. I start to fall. As I fall, I can see Kat with her gun trained on Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking. But she's bending her lips so hard I can see it bleeding. Last thing I see before the dark takes me is her finger pressing down on the trigger. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Wake up, Vladimir Vladimirovich. Please. Please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? I never heard her sound so desperate. Please, just wake up. I can't lose you again. Not again. Took everything I had just to open my eyes and breathe. Kat was cradling me in her arms with tears streaming down her face. Thank God, don't pass that again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Kat, I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Save your strength. You only have like 15 bullet holes all the way through you. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it now, but you're in no shape to walk. And to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot? She laughed. Yeah, now that I know what it feels like. I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. There was nothing else you could have done, Kat. That didn't stop me from regretting it every second of the past 2 years. That day, I made a promise to myself.
Didn't matter how many people I'd have to hurt or how much I would have to hurt. I would get you off this island alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. Even if I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I'll keep it even if it kills me. Slowly, Kat tried to lift me off the ground and onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up.
Stop! You're going to get yourself killed.
Then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. She lifted me onto her back and took one step back towards the switch. I told myself back then, step forward again, her legs were trembling, that if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer. Because I love you, you know? One more step. I know you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was getting ragged. She'd take several steps, then have to pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you even remember bits and pieces. I'm grateful for what I can get. The switch is in sight. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't even exist anymore. We're so close to it, yet so far. But I'd like to believe it's you, Vladimir. That you're still the same Vladimir Vladimirovich that I fell in love with. We were just steps away from the switch. That I'm still the one you love. He laughed bitterly. Just wishful thinking, I know. We're here. We made it. You just coughed up blood again. Need to put your hand on the scanner. Can you do that? I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. Every inch I drew closer to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, Vladimir, I'm going to have to put you down for a second.
No problem.
Kat gently rested me on the ground. I can barely stand now. She trembled towards the switch. She managed to catch it with her hands and used it to help her keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony of machinery filled the stadium that must be the barrier opening. We did it, Vladimir. I'm sorry, Vladimir.
What for?
I don't think we're getting out of here after all. I can't even move.
It's okay. We had a good run, you know?
I guess you could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here.
Yeah.
I love you, Vladimir Vladimirovich. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together somewhere far from here. But I guess life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met in a different place at a different time. Maybe then, Vladimir, Kat? Kat? Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears ran down from both her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears filled up in my eyes. Welled up. If we could have met in a different place at a different time, I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have met. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do to move my head around. I looked around in futility for some kind of miracle that could save us both. This is too sad an ending. I looked to Kat. I looked to the heavens, which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and I saw what could only be described as angels. I tried to speak, but no words came out. I must be dreaming. World turned black. Am I dead? I keep asking myself, it's bound to be right sooner or later, right? That's how that works, yeah? But somehow I think there's more to come in my story. And I know there's one person that I want to spend the rest of it with. I love you. My one true love all along, Scarlet. I woke up in an unfamiliar room. Is the room shaking? Tried to get up. Ow! I looked down to my body. It had been bandaged up enough to look like a mummy, but I'm alive. Welcome back to the world of the living, Vladimir. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you wake up.
It's good to be back, Scarlet.
Really, you've got to be more careful. If that zombie virus I created didn't double as a life-saving regeneration booster, you'd be dead right now.
I'm sorry, what?
I should not have said that. I definitely should not have said that. Let me go tell the others the good news. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad to see you're all right, Vladimir. What did I tell you guys? There was nothing to worry about. Your treatment proposal was unorthodox, to say the least. Nonetheless, I'm so happy to hear that it went well. If you died after all we've been through, I'd kill you. But I'm really happy that you're here for me to say that too. What I think we're trying to say is we're just glad you're okay. You know, the Resistance could use someone like you, Vladimir. Besides, it doesn't look like you have a real job anymore. Huh. I laughed from the heart.
I can't tell you how happy I am to see all of you guys right now. Thanks, guys. You really stuck out your neck to save Kat and I could never thank you enough.
What you would do for us, Vladimir? Indeed. We ran after you too just moments after you'd left. There was no point in us escaping if it wasn't with you, Vladimir. Yeah, I know Kat said not to, but hey. I didn't remember that at the time, so it's all good. By the way, Kat's doing well too. She's resting in the room next door. We've even managed to save the Brothers 5 too. I couldn't just let them be stranded after all that we've been through together.
It's great news. Thanks for letting me know.
I should be thanking you. None of us would have made it off the island if it wasn't for you and Kat. True. Despite whatever you may hear Terra say. I'm just saying I have a pretty mean right hook.
That's good to see you all. I've got no idea what the world ahead of us has, what the world ahead has for each of us, but whatever it has in store, we'll face it together.
You bet. I'm surprised you can say that with a straight face, but yes. I wouldn't have it any other way. I could really use you as a PR person for the Resistance, Vladimir. You've got a thing for speeches. Wait a minute, if everyone's here and Kat's next door, who's driving the boat? Everyone looked at Terra. And that's the series exit for Terabyte. Cute. She ran off like a cartoon character. We laughed together. It felt like it's been so long since we could just laugh. No cameras, no fear, just friends fooling around. Anyway, it's good to see you're okay. That said, team, we need to give Vladimir Vladimirovich some time to rest. Once again, I'm not trying to quarantine you because you didn't use a zombie virus's unique properties to save you.
Thanks, Scarlet. And thank you for everybody for coming to see me.
Don't mention it. We're all in this together and all that, right? See you later, Vladimir. Alright, enough of the cheese. Get out before Vladimir turns... before Vladimir needs rest. Yes. And with that, I was alone. Whew, thought they'd never leave.
Hey, Scarlet, what's up?
Nothing, I just... She was hiding a syringe behind her back. Just need to give you a shot for good luck.
Right.
Put my arm out forward.
Well, doctor knows best.
I'm not a doctor. She injected the good luck into my arm. I just wanted to say thanks again. My life went off the rails back at the island even before the show. That's putting it lightly. He laughed. I know if I stayed there, I would have never been truly happy for the rest of my life. I never would have been able to help people ever again. So thank you again, Vladimir. You've been out, so there's no way you'd know, but today's the day that would have been the last day of the show. The final ceremony where you ask one of the girls to be with you. Now, I'm not saying anyone's rushing for a proposal, but, well, I'm sure whoever you go for will be really happy. You probably want to get some rest. turned towards the door. I'll see you. I reached for her and held her hand tight. Sometimes you just know what you have to say. There's no force on earth that can stop those words from coming out. Scarlet, goodbye. Come again?
I mean, I love you, Scarlet. Whenever I lost hope on the island, you were always there for me. When I had no memories, no hope of escaping, nothing but my name, you never let me feel alone. You made me believe that I could start over, no matter what had happened before. And you're the one I wanted to start over with, Scarlet.
I can't believe it. I love you too, Vladimir. So much. There's no one I'd rather start over with than you. There were times when I'd given up too. When I remembered the past, I can honestly say that if you weren't there, I wouldn't be here right now. So thank you, Vladimir. I love you so much. Wherever this life takes us, I want you to be next to me always.
I'll be right by your side.
She reached for my hand and I grasped hers tightly. Follow me. We walked together towards the deck of the boat and we were greeted by a breathtaking evening sky. See that? Everything under that infinite sky is full of possibilities for us. Things to learn, places to see, moments to share. There's nothing we can't do, nowhere we can't go. We'll finally get to rewrite our own story together. Finally, it'll be us, and only us.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Scarlet.
Pulled me close and kissed me like it was her last day on Earth. I guess the only question remaining is, where should we start? Where our path takes us, with you, I know it's the right one. With you, we'll live the way we want, and no one can get in the way of that. Wherever we go, we'll go together. I love you, Scarlet. Whatever our new story is, we'll write it together. And with that, thank you everybody for joining me for Find Love or Die Trying.